All right, welcome back to the Disability Channel. I am your host, Rachel Handler, on the Today Show, New York, joined by actor, writer, extraordinaire Ryan Haddad here in New York City.
That's very generous. That's too generous.
No, not at all. I have seen you perform. I have seen you on The Politician. You are an extraordinaire, my friend, for sure. For sure. There's no doubt about it.
All right, we'll wait until my hair's a little grayer.
That's a sign of age and wisdom and knowledge, yes. Ryan, I remember specifically in one of the plays that I saw you do. I forget which one it was, but you had said something about how when you came out to your family, well, I'm just going to let you say it because I remember that experience for you.
It was when I said, hold on.
Yeah.
This is the line, now you're different in two ways.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That really struck me.
It's fascinating because I was raised in a family, not that ignored my disability in any way, but in which my disability was never a point of contention at all. Never, they were never ashamed of it. They never underestimated me because of it. And in fact, they expected, the same academic and social excellence that my brothers were. They wanted me to succeed, and they wanted me to be a leader, and they wanted me to do all these things, and they were never going to tell me that I couldn't. Or except when I said, but I can't. No, they wouldn't allow that. So when they said that to me, I thought, well, so what? Now you're different in two ways. That was my mom, and she was scared, and she was vulnerable, and I knew that that I would be okay coming out as gay because I have a lesbian aunt and a gay uncle one on each side of the family. So I thought, well, I'll be fine. But it's always hard, regardless. Even if you have examples to look up to, it's still, well, it can't be me. Oh no, I'm straight. Oh no, I'm not so straight. You hit puberty and it go, oh no, oh God, oh no. And what am I gonna do? And I don't want to come out. And oh no, but then you do, and you hear something like that. Now you're different in two ways. And I thought, well, the disability they had never framed the disability as a problem. And I don't think that they were framing being gay as a problem per se when they said that, or my mother said that, but it was a moment of, we know how we see you, we know how we treat you, we don't know how the rest of the world is going to treat you because of these. I was sheltered somewhat from disability discrimination by a really empowering and supportive family. And I think she knew that's not always going to be the case. And now you're adding queerness to it, being gay. And of course, that was in 2008. And we're still in 2022 when half the country still doesn't think gay, queer, trans, bi, pansexual, all of these people have the right to existence, to living and thriving and building families and building homes and being happy. They don't want us to be happy. So of course that's what she thought 14 years ago, because it's still true now. And I didn't know until that moment, and even a little later when I started trying to meet men and build relationships and make connections and have a boyfriend, which I have never still gotten to that label with anybody at the age of 30. That is when I realized, oh, this is harder than it looks. That both things together, the mixture of being gay and disabled, is not going to be the easiest cakewalk. I'm not going to find my high school sweetheart or my college sweetheart or beyond, there will be someone. I know that in my body and in my soul. I can feel that there that I will have a great love, or maybe even more than one. But um, but that is when it, my mother said that, and it planted a seed. And 3 years later, I logged on to Adam for Adam, and after I graduated high school, and it was like, oh my God, this is I I had no idea what to expect, and I'm still, even though I've come so far, 11 years later, I'm really secure in both my disabled identity and my gay identity and my sexuality and the ways, my desirability. I
Mhm.
still have residual, uh, I don't, ooh, I still have residual pain and residual insecurity about my
Mhm.
worth within the gay community, um,
Yeah.
from back then. So that
Yeah.
is why pride is so important.
Yes.
because because it, it doesn't. I mean, I had gay elders to look up to from the time I was a young person. I had an extremely supportive family from the moment that I came out, and yet I still need to find my journey to pride in who I am and what I bring to both communities, gay and disabled. Um, and and so, especially when, I'll say it again, half the country does not want us to be happy, let alone want us to be alive, want us to exist, want us to be teachers and students. I mean, my gosh, the Don't Say Gay and all of the bills that are, uh, the in Texas, being able to call parents who are affirming their children's gender identity child abusers and have them investigated. What world are we living in? How have we gone backward as far as we went forward?
Yeah.
Uh, and so we need to hold on to our pride, because there are still people in pockets of this country and all over the world who want us, uh, not here. And so, this is a this is a poignant pride, maybe a little bit of an ominous pride, given that we
Mhm.
have such a conservative Supreme Court right now that's handing down rulings that are harmful, to women and people with reproductive, uh, rights, who that might not have them, uh, in a month
Mhm.
or this month. I mean,
Mhm.
it's yeah. Pride's not just a Pride was this is a Pride was a riot started by drag queens, and trans women of color,
Yeah.
and we've got to remember that as we wave our flags and, you know uh, and wear our fabulous outfits.
Yes.
We want to be proud, and we want
Yes.
to enjoy, and we want to be happy, because they're trying to take that away. But we also
Mhm.
are not done with the fight. There's more fight to come, because people are still trying to tear us down every every day, every month, every election cycle, and
Oh
so
yeah.
on and so on. This segment is so much longer than you've ever intended it to be.
It's important, it's eloquent. I mean, I'm very touched and I'm realizing, as important as it is to celebrate this month, there is still so much oppression, and the oppression of by our own government and our own citizens is outstanding. And the similarities between the oppression with the gay community, LGBTQ plus, and the disability community has such similarities as well when it
Mm-hmm.
comes to marriage equality and employment discrimination and all of that.
And reproductive rights in a totally
Yeah.
different way. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? It's like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, oh my gosh. So
Yeah.
yes, there is overlap, and often disability is overlooked when there is
Hmm.
overlap. Um,
Hmm.
so we've got to keep. Uh, I know I went on a pride rant on the Disability Channel, but
It's important. It's important. I think our followers will
intersectionality
really.
matters. You know, intersectionality
Yes.
is often we're pigeonholed as one thing. If I'm disabled, I
Yes.
can't be gay, and vice versa.
Yes.
Um, and you can, and you know, to be a disabled woman fighting for reproductive justice and reproductive rights,
Hmm.
it's we don't we need to fight to not be overlooked continually.
Couldn't have said any of that better myself. Oh, thank you so much, Ryan. Oh my goodness. Our fight continues.
Yes,
Um, this is not a time to be complacent. It is a time to celebrate and keep the momentum going.
yes.
Wow. Thank you, Ryan. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited to see where your journey takes you. Um, thank
Thank
you
you.
for being here today. So appreciate your time. Um, oh, I think some of our followers want to know maybe
Oh,
what's next for you.
I this is public knowledge, so it's not a a secret. I am filming that next TV series. My next TV role post The Politician is a mini series for FX called Retreat, um, by Britt Marling and Zalbat Monglich, who created the OA. And I'm very excited, and I'm very excited that they wrote a role explicitly seeking a disabled uh, character and performer.
Yeah.
Um, he's he is brooding and wonderful, and I'm excited to be working on that right now. That is what's happening. I don't know when it's going to come out, but that's my what I'm working on through the summer, and then this next season, I will I am slated to appear a couple of times on stage here in New York, but those are projects. Well, um, one is about to be announced today, so I don't know if I can if I'm why don't I can I say it, and then you tell me when this airs and you can cut it if I'm not. I think it's literally coming out today. So if this isn't airing today, then we can say it, right?
It should be safe. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um, so in the fall, I am slated to do a play off Broadway, which I can't talk about yet. But next spring, this I can talk about because it is my play. Uh, one of my new pieces that is not Hire You Single, but is in fact a different autobiographical monologue called
Mhm.
Dark Disabled Stories, will be co produced with the Bushwick Star at the Public Theater. So that'll be next winter, spring, uh, end of February. Well, I'm end of February to beginning of April as of now, but the dates are not officially uh, set in stone, so that could change. But I'm very excited because that will mark my off-Broadway playwriting debut, and it's an exciting piece that no one has ever seen or, or heard because it hasn't. I
World
haven't
premiere.
I haven't done it around the country in the way that I was doing Hire You Single for years. So it's new and it's scary, and I've got to memorize the whole thing, but I'm but I'm gonna do it. And it's a play in which there will be integrated access throughout the run. For the whole run, there will
Mm.
be captions, audio description, and um, American Sign Language at every performance. Uh, and I'm very
Wow.
excited to bring that to New York, um,
Okay, that
produced.
has to be a record for off Broadway. I don't think that has ever been done before. So,
Well, I will
yay!
let you say those words. I am not going to say those words.
That's all me.
But it,
That's me. But I think I'm right. Yeah.
but I'm excited. I'm thrilled for it. And produced by the Bushwick Star at the Public Theater, presented at the Public Theater. So I look forward to hopefully seeing all of you get your tickets and come and see me for Dark Disabled Stories in 2023.
Incredible. Accessibility in theater, incredible disabled stories. I love it. Oh, thank you so much, Ryan. Just one more break and then we're going to wrap up. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.